Welcome to Cooking with Sharda. Our today's recipe is churma, and churma is very popular in Rajasthan. So to make this, we are going to be needing 2 cups of wheat flour, half cup of besan or gram flour, 1/4 cup of semolina or suji, half cup of malai or heavy cream, 1 tablespoon of ghee, and if you don't want to use malai, you can go for 2 tablespoons of ghee, pinch of turmeric, some cardamom, 1.5 cup of sugar. This is basically tagar, which is available in the market. If you don't get this, you can also use powdered sugar, and you can use this more or less according to your taste, and milk, and lastly some ghee for frying. Okay, so we'll start preparing our churma. For that, we are going to take wheat flour. In that, we are going to add besan, then suji. Then we are going to just mix our dry ingredients. Now we will be adding turmeric powder, malai, ghee, and then we are going to mix everything well. So we have mixed and combined everything well. Okay, so now we are going to put some milk, and then again mix everything. Add a little bit of milk at a time, then if needed you can add more until you get a nice dough consistency. Okay, so our dough is ready, so we are going to just grease it with some ghee. This is the consistency of the dough we need, not too hard, not too soft. Okay, so now in a deep pan we are going to heat the ghee. Okay, so now we're going to give a shape. For that we are going to take some of the dough, about a small amount of dough, then we are going to roll it like that, and then press it with your fingers and you get this shape. Or another shape is take the same amount of dough, a small amount of dough, then make it in a flat round, then press it with the help of your thumb in between, and there you go, you got 2 shapes. And this shape is called muthia, and basically it is pressed and the hole is made in between so that it gets baked properly. Okay, so we have kept our ghee to get heat, and we are going to heat it on medium flame. It should not be too hot. So now we are going to put our muthias into the ghee, and make sure that you don't touch your spoon for a while until it gets light brown. Okay, so now it has got golden brown. Now we are going to cook it more for about a minute or so. Make sure to cook it on the low flame so that it gets baked properly and cooked properly from inside. Okay, so these are done. Okay, so now with the help of a bowl, or you can also use your hands, you're going to just break them so that it gets cooled down, and as they are soft they'll break easily. Okay, so it has got slightly cooled down, and now we are going to grind it. Okay, so we have grinded it, and you can see it need not to be completely fine powder, but it needs to be a little bit on the grainy side. Okay, so now we are going to add cardamom powder and then sugar, and now we are going to combine everything well. Okay, so now lastly we are going to add 1 teaspoon of ghee and then mix everything well. Okay, so our churma is ready, and you can serve it with bati, dal bati. Welcome to Cooking with Sharda. Today we are going to make a very Rajasthani, very famous dish, that is aloo bati, and this is really popular in Rajasthan. So today we are going to make that. So firstly we'll start with the dough, and for the dough we will be needing about 4 cups of wheat flour, half cup of ghee, half cup of besan, 1 tablespoon of rava, half teaspoon of baking powder, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon of ajwain, 1 cup of milk and lukewarm water. Okay, so now we'll combine our dry ingredients, that is our besan, rava, salt, baking powder and ajwain, and of course the flour, and we'll combine it together. Okay, so our dry ingredients are mixed. Now the next step is to make a well in between, like a hole, like a well, and there we are going to pour the ghee, and then we will mix it in the flour. With the use of your hands, mix the ghee well into the flour equally and properly. Okay, so now we will add milk, half of the milk at a time, and then again mix it well, and now add the remaining half. And what milk does is it gives a nice color to your bati, so that is why the milk is added, and it also gives a good texture. Okay, so lastly we will add lukewarm water. Don't add all together, add a little at a time, mix it well. Okay, so our dough is done, and it should not be too hard or too soft. It should be soft but not too hard and not too soft. And now we'll pour some of the ghee, and we're going to just punch it and combine it properly. Like just cover it with some ghee, and then we are gonna cover it for like 20 minutes. Let it rest for 20 minutes. Okay, so the next step is to make the stuffing. For that we will need about half kg of mashed potatoes, then salt to taste, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of raw mango powder or amchur powder, half teaspoon of garam masala, some ginger chili paste, and the main ingredient is this stuffed red chili, or it is called as bharwa lal mirchi or banarsi mirchi, and you get this thing ready made in the market. Or if you don't get this thing, you can add more of the spices and mustard oil if you want, but this is more appropriate and more preferable, so it is gonna taste much better if you use this mirchi. Okay, so we'll start preparing our filling. For that you need to remove this skin and take this filling. This filling is just the spices, and take out this filling from the chili. So now take this masala and add it to your potatoes, and then the remaining of these spices, salt and red chili powder, amchur powder, garam masala, and then lastly the ginger chili paste. And then mix and combine all your ingredients very well. Okay, so the stuffing is ready. Now we'll go to baking. Okay, so now we'll start stuffing it. So take the dough and then just take a small handful size of ball size of piece. Now take the ball and form it like this, just like that, and make all your balls just like that. Okay, so now press in between with your thumb. You can see this with one thumb in the between and with one thumb on the top. press very lightly to give it a shape like a bowl, and do it until it gets into a shape of a bowl and it gets a little bit thinner, and then put your stuffing and then just close it like that by pressing with your 2 fingers, and then pinch it and you're done. Now this is a very tricky part, so we'll show you again. Just press it very lightly with your thumb, okay, and then press it in this with one thumb on the top corners and with one thumb in the between, and keep on rolling it. Okay, so you got a shape of bowl. Okay, and then stuff it and then just cover it by pressing your stuffing in and your outer cover out, and then pinch it and you're done. Make sure your stuffing don't get out. If it gets, you can just cover it up. Okay, so batis are ready. So they are going to go for baking, and you can see the shape. This is the shape we need and this is the size we need. Okay, so now over here we have preheat our oven at 250 degrees. Okay, so now we are going to bake it into the oven for about 30 minutes at 250 degrees. So it really depends upon your oven, so timing may change, so keep an eye on it. And if you don't have the oven, you can also fry them, or you can also cook them on the tandoor on the gas. So we are going to keep it for 30 minutes at 250 degrees. So it's been 30 minutes and our batis are cooked and baked. Okay, so the traditional way of serving the bati in Rajasthan is dip it in the melted ghee and then serve it. Now you can have it just like that, but this is the typical Rajasthani style to dip it in the ghee. Okay, so batis are done and you can serve it with some dal and chutney. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. And this is how it looks inside. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Shada. Today we are going to make special dal fry. It is very popular and well known. So let's jump into the ingredients. We will need half cup of tur dal, 1 cup of chana dal, 1 tomato finely chopped, 1 onion finely chopped, some coriander leaves, dry Kashmiri chili and some curry leaves, 1 tablespoon of clarified butter or ghee. You can take more according to your requirement. Pinch of hing, half teaspoon of ginger chili paste, garlic finely chopped, about half teaspoon, cinnamon stick and cloves, half teaspoon of cumin seeds, salt to taste, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half teaspoon of red chili powder, half teaspoon of garam masala. Okay, so firstly we are going to cook the dal. For that we are going to take our both the dals and we are going to soak them in the water for about half an hour. And then after that you're going to cook it in the cooker for about 5 to 7 minutes and with the some salt and turmeric powder. So after that you're going to get something like this, and we have just churned it a little bit, or you can just mash it, just churn a little bit, and this is how you get it. Okay, so we are going to heat the pan. To that we are going to add ghee. Okay, so as your ghee gets hot, we are going to add cumin seeds, cinnamon stick and cloves, red chili and curry leaves. Now we are going to add garlic, ginger chili paste. We are going to add onion and give it a stir. Now we are going to add hing. And we are going to cook our onions for about a minute or so, till then they get cooked. We don't want them to get completely brown. We just want them to get cooked. Okay, so now we are gonna add tomatoes. Cook it for about 2 minutes or so until they get soft. Okay, so our tomatoes have got soft and cooked. So now we are gonna add turmeric powder, red chili powder, salt, and then we are gonna mix it. Now let it cook for about 2 minutes. Okay, so now it has been 2 minutes. So now we are gonna add dal, and then mix everything well. Okay, so now we are gonna add a little bit of water because it gets thick enough. So we'll add a little bit of water. Okay, so now we are gonna cook it for another 2 minutes. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes and now we are gonna add garam masala. And then lastly, garnish it with some coriander leaves. Give it a nice stir and we're gonna just cook it for just 1 minute and your dal will be done. Okay, so our dal is ready. Now it is ready to serve. So there you go, your dal fry is ready and we have garnished it with some coriander leaves on the top. So it looks nice and it tastes really good. Serve it hot. Do try it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.